You're watching Sex Ed on All Deaf Women, the show where we educate you about sexual health.
Make sure you like this video and subscribe to the All Deaf Women channel. I am your host, Jasmine Lee, and my co-host today is my homie, JONNAE Thompson.
What's up, boo? What's up, ladies?
What up, what up? And we have some amazing guests today for the episode. We have comedian KEYSHA, and we have singer, actress AYONA, the artist. I'm so excited because I absolutely love this show. And I know all the ladies here today, so that's awesome. But I don't feel like we get like into the sex talk. So I'm really excited to squeeze my way into some of y'all's business. I'm trying to mind y'all business today. So today we're going to be talking about the worst thing about sex. And I know that we all love sex and we love to orgasm, but there's also some things that kind of suck. And I'm really excited to see what sucks for y'all. KEYSHA, go ahead and kick us off, girl.
Are we going to start with me?
Yes.
Okay. I would say the worst thing about sex, for me, I think it's just like if a dude is really big. I'm not the girl that's like, oh, I just want a dude that's like super packing, because that's painful. And I feel like it's not pleasurable. The pain of that, and then it's like the act is supposed to, even the intimacy part of it at that point is no longer like good, because it's just like, this is just too much. I think for me, that's probably one of the worst parts.
You know what? I
no
can
control
definitely...
You have no control over what size this person is, and this is the person that you love, and like, you know. So I think that's probably.
You know what? I honestly don't need a huge package either. I really, really don't. And it was a time, I don't remember what was wrong with me, but I remember I didn't have sex like at all for a while, and then I like started having sex, and if I had sex with a big penis, it would really hurt. Like, not in a good hurt way. It would be like hurry up and come so I can leave. Like, please be a minute man. I really need you to be finished. And also, I remember like the first like really big penis I had sex with freshman year in college, when I had sex with a lot of penises. But anyway, oh, sorry. Unless my ex-boyfriend's listening, I didn't have sex with any penis. But I remember the first time that I had like a really big penis, it was freshman year in college. And I remember afterwards, I like was really hurting. It hurt to pee. And I ended up getting a UTI. And I thought I had an STD. I really did. And I cursed them out. I was like, you gave me an STD and da-da-da-da. And then I went to the thing, and it was a UTI, which I didn't even know anything about, because obviously I didn't listen to sex education. And then now to this day, he probably thinks that I had an STD, and I never did, because I didn't call him back and be like, oh yeah, it was a UTI. So
I love it. Personally, I would say, I don't know what it is, but 9 times out of 10 have only attracted larger penises. I've only had one that wasn't large. And I'll be honest, like that one was a little more into, I want to say, pleasing. Like I want to say a lot of times from experience, dudes with big dicks or big penises are, it's more about them getting it, you know what I mean? Versus like, let me make sure I'm in tune with you. So I think like, if you have like a big dick more consistent, so you got to get big dick more than one try. Like a lot of us will have it once and be like, never again. But once you kind of get back on that bike again, you'll get used to it.
Yeah, that dick bike.
Your vagina will get used to it, and you'll be. The vagina, they shrink, but they also stretch. That's what we got to remember, ladies, about our beautiful flowers. That's a fact.
I'm good on the big dicks.
Good off the dick.
Even the big dick.
Not like crazy.
The first time I tried to, this girl tried to strap me. The dick was huge, and I don't even like using the D word. That's why I say penises, not because it's not allowed in the show. But it was huge, and I'm like, what do you have? What does it need to be that big for? You can't even, like. I don't get it. I really don't get it. It's just literally a dick measuring contest. You feel like if you have a big dick, you can. The smallest of the dicks can have the big dick energy, and it'd be great. But anywho, the worst thing about sex for me is if they don't call afterwards. That's honestly the worst thing, because it's like, when you have sex with somebody and you have like a good nasty night, and either like they don't call you or y'all end up not talking anymore after that nastiness, it's like you just feel dirty, and you're like, why did I give all my good moves to this person that's not even calling me afterwards? It really hurts my soul. And I have abandonment issues, and it's like I'd rather you just be like, you know what, you weren't my cup of tea because of XYZ, instead of just having me like pull out, all of my stops, because that honestly makes you not want to have like the best of the sex that you can have, because you're thinking about, okay, what if I have amazing sex and then this goes nowhere, and now they're just like, oh yeah, Jasmine was a freak hoe, and and I have nothing to show for it. No long-term relationship, no long-term situationship, no fuck buddy thing, like nothing. So I think like that's like probably one of the worst things about sex for me.
The ghosting. Yeah. That does hurt. It does hurt. I ain't gonna lie. It hurts. Hurts more than big penis.
It hurts more. It does hurt more than big penis. Because you're just sitting there, you're left to like have to figure out like, what did I do that I'm not getting called? I know it can't be my vagina. Like it can't be. And then you're thinking like, is it my vagina? Did I not do a move correctly? I remember during the gayest of my times, I had my tongue ring. And I thought like I was a freaking beast with my tongue ring. And I remember one time I went in, but I did not have my tongue ring, and I did not get a call back. And then I was like, oh my God, is it my tongue ring? Should I put it back in? Is it like, you don't know, because they don't freaking tell you.
The superpowers are in the tongue ring is what we're hearing today, ladies and gentlemen.
I don't know if it was a tongue ring or if it was a placebo effect, but either way, when I had that tongue ring, you couldn't tell me nothing.
Don't you think you could? Do you think you could metaphorically re-pierce your tongue to get back, to that level?
I don't know if I'm that in touch with my insides to metaphorically re-pierce my tongue, and it really hurts. I don't even think I want to metaphorically re-pierce it, because I didn't follow the rules, and I actually had oral sex before it was healed, and then my tongue was swollen for like a month, damn near.
Oh,
so, and I got a chemical burn on it. It was really bad.
A chemical burn? What chemicals were you putting in your mouth, Jasmine?
Listerine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was gargling with Listerine, and I didn't know you were supposed to dilute it. Mm-hmm. So I kept gargling, and I ended up burning my tongue.
We are learning a lot here today. Yeah, we flipped it. Now we get into your business.
Right. I I'm an open book. I feel like I'm always telling my business.
You have great stories. I'm not gonna lie. You've never told a story I wasn't into. To me, but I love listening to your stories.
Girl, I just pray that my child is not me. But anyway, Ayana, what's the worst thing about sex for you?
I feel like hygiene is probably the biggest deal for me. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes people, they out all day and then they want to get it in at the end of the night, and it's like, my nigga, did you take a shower? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I can't do 12-hour-old balls. I just really can't.
You don't like sweaty balls?
Like fresh out the gym or all day, ain't showered. That ain't my thing. You got to get in the shower, baby.
I feel like that's disrespectful.
Yeah.
Why would not come over here after you left the gym?
Come on.
And men don't even realize that their sweaty balls are the ones that's giving women BV and shit. Like, that's you. You're doing that.
Deal. But aside from that, it's just like, even like diet and stuff, I prefer men who are vegan or like pescatarian, because the way it tastes too,
you can tell the difference.
Yes, 100%. From like a person who eats steak and pork and like all that gross food to like a healthy juicing vegan, or even if you do pescatarian, you know what I'm saying? Like that's a whole different girl. The smells, the taste, all that is just
It's not as thick, you know. It's a little more clear, kind of, you know.
So I have a question for you, Ayana. Have you ever been in a situation where you went down there and you were doing what you do, and you were like, "Was you eating steak, nigga? What is this?"
I mean, you know what? I feel like it's happened to me one time where they came and it tasted so horrible. It tasted like, what have you been doing? Like, I had to like reconsider. I mean, and they weren't an unattractive person. It wasn't like they were fat, out of shape, or anything like that. But you know, since we wanted to go to Taco Bell afterwards, it was like, oh,
Fast food, definitely. Fast food in general.
Maybe that's why I didn't get a call back.
It changes, you know, changes our shit too.
Was that the only person that heard you?
I said maybe that's why I didn't get a call back, because I stay at Taco Bell.
Oh no!
It wasn't the tumbling at all. It was the Mexican pizza. Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah. So that will be hitting. I ain't gonna.
I feel like it's been a situation where somebody's like lying about being a vegan, and then they get into the bedroom and it's like, nigga, you ate all the meat. This don't taste like a plant-based penis. That's not what
Oh my God. I feel like more men are like less likely to be health conscious as women. I feel like I could be totally making this up. There may be more male vegans than females, but I feel like a lot of dudes, because also they can eat bad and not gain the weight that women gain. So I feel like we're more conscious of like what we eat versus men.
We're more in tune with our bodies, so we could feel like we've had too much fatty foods, too much sugar, too much, you know, our bodies, I would say we can definitely feel a lot more of those silent killers. Like, we'll know, like, oh shit, time to juice this week, time to eat a salad, you know?
And honestly, after 30, you really shouldn't be eating heavy meals if you're planning on having sex anyway, because your body just is not the same. You want to be light and sexy, not fat and gassy.
Right here. People be like, you look so young. I be like, talk to my niece, because they don't.
Yeah,
talk to your knees.
And yes, and you think I'm gonna be on top, let me know before I work out today, because otherwise that's not gonna happen.
That's my biggest fear, to have like black beans or some type of like high in fiber food, and then like say you're doing something from the back, or he wants to eat it from the back or something like that, and you've been over, and ma'am, if you pass gas, I would literally be mortified. That is like,
oh my God,
nervous.
I've been in that situation. Me too. And you can't even come, because it's like you can't come, because if you come, you're not controlling your body. There's been a time where a pass gas is let out, and I just hope that he thought it was a front one. And it's like, you know,
it was so out of my control.
I don't know, ma'am. I can't.
It was so out of my control. He was like, so we gonna he finished like, so we gonna act like you didn't just pass gas.
Now he gonna re-bring it up. I'm good.
Now you better enjoy this good vagina and go on about your life. Don't be asking me about my business.
Like, my most embarrassing like sex moments luckily have been with like my boyfriend. So although it's embarrassing, it's like, whatever, I know you love me. Like, one time we were on FaceTime and he was out of town, so I was trying to, like, you know, be a little sexy on FaceTime, not knowing I had tissue stuck to my coochie, okay?
Oh my God.
KEYSHA, why is he looking like this? I'm like, you're supposed to be turned on, and I see his face like. And then this nigga screenshots it, so he humbly reminds me every now and then. Like,
that's blackmail, yo.
Do you know I stopped talking to this girl because she had tissue on her vagina? And the thing is, I was a little, with your situation, you know, you weren't, before you have sex, if it's last minute sex, you need to run in the bathroom and do a check. You were in your bedroom. You should have done a check, but at least you wasn't about to do. You know what I mean? She had tissue on her vagina. And I was just like, what do I do? I didn't say anything. I literally started an argument, and and she does not fuck with me to this day. And she's still close friends. Oh fuck, I shouldn't get too deep. But anyway, she doesn't fuck with me. She doesn't. And it's like, I really feel bad, because if I was an adult about it, I would have just said, hey, you got tissue on your cooch. And then I would have just brought it up later on, like Keysha's man does, and we could have still been together.
Yeah, you definitely gotta check before you having sex. Like, you gotta take a quick cold bath, whatever you need to do, because I'm really big on hygiene. So sometimes it's like, if it's a quickie, okay, cool. But if we're gonna be doing everything, I just don't feel comfortable. It's times where I'll be like, nah, like if you want to go down, and I'm like, nah, because I'm not.
You never know if you're gonna do everything. You never know. You might get there and start off a quickie and then end up missing your meeting.
Yeah, but if it's like we've been out kicking it, whatever, or however it go, and I don't have time to get in the shower and we about to have sex, then it got to be something like quick. It can't be like, I'm not gonna let you go down, and I'm not. And I'm that way. Like after my period, I have this rule of like how many days.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah. I'm gonna give the viewers out here 2 tips. First of all, if you have kids, you already have wipes in your car, so you always are stacked. But if you don't want to use those wipes, get the Honest wipes. Not the Honest wipes. What is it? Honey Pot. Get the Honey Pot wipes. Go in there, even if you're trying to have sex and you can't go home and take a whole shower, at least do some wipes.
Yeah.
And those, like, it helps with your pH balance. You'll be good. And make sure you do the stick and sniff. Do the stick and sniff.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, that was it.
Question, because I never use wipes. I'm like, I gotta just get in the shower or wash or whatever. But won't
this is if you don't have the option of
shower of like the wipe? I feel like it'll be like no, they won't taste like.
You said no. Try honey. Have you heard about Honey Pot? I don't want to do any free advertising, but Honey Pot, it's no scent or nothing. You just wipe and then you follow behind with some tissue so that you're not just whatever. And whatever, if he goes down, it's gonna taste better than what it was before the wipe.
Right.
And if he was gonna go down on you after the club, he don't care anyway. He's nasty.
Actually, he's gonna appreciate your effort. He's gonna be like, you know what I mean? Like, I know if I've ever went to go pee, like I gotta explain, like, no, wait, I used the wipe. You know what I mean? And they appreciate that versus thinking you got a little pee residue on you. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, that's just in my experience. Niggas respect wipes.
But you know what? I kind of want the same thing for the guys too. Like sometimes they'll go use the bathroom and then they're ready to just stick it in your mouth. It's like my nigga.
Right.
But I feel like in general, dudes they don't use tissue afterwards. So I'm like, there's still a little drop of pee on the end of your pee. There has to be. And then if you use the bathroom 5-6 times a day, now you got 6 drops of pee on your penis. I feel like you should use tissue when you use the bathroom.
This is the shower.
I remember I remember the first time I seen a guy pat his penis, and I was like, wow, that's what you're supposed to do? Who the hell have I been fucking?
Pat that peen.
All of these scallywags. I really wish I could sue my father because it's his fault for being distant for so long. I didn't know my worth. Now I know if you're going to have sex with a dude, they need to be patting their penis. If they don't pat their urine, then he's not for you, sis. Red flag.
Blame for this?
Yeah, my father is to blame. If he would have been there the whole time, he could have been the example and be like, hey, you're supposed to make sure your man is dabbing his urine tip. I might have been straight married to a husband if he would have told me that,
I don't know that that's a conversation though. Like,
I've never had that with my
daddy's girl, and my daddy was never like, "Hey, listen, niggas need to."
I'm suing them.
I also think it's a preference thing too. You know what I'm saying? Like, for example, I think some women they like a hairy guy. You know what I'm saying? I prefer for my guy to shave chest hair and all the extra growing hair. Woo, it's just a lot. Especially like guys with thick hair. Like, I don't.
At least they just maintain. Like, it ain't got to be perfect. You ain't got to go Brazilian. You ain't got to be getting waxed, but at least have it under control so that it's not just this whole afro.
Yeah, we wouldn't be able to find the treasure. Like, if we got, some shit, you'd be like, where is it? Where is it? But and fellas, just so you know, when you shave it, it actually adds inches. That shit looks so much bigger without the shrubbery.
And ladies, you might want to do a little scaping too, because I remember this one girl, I literally had to get a comb and part to find her clit. And And then I stopped going down on her because I asked her, you know, did she want to wax and stuff? And she said she didn't want to, but she was great at giving head. So I kept hanging out with her. And then I remember she was like, "Are you depressed? Is that why you won't give me head anymore?" I'm like, "No, bitch, you won't shave. Like I told you 10 times. What are you doing?"
That is, first of all, ladies, here's a quick tip for anybody who doesn't do this. It's amazing. Laser hair removal is your best friend.
Oh, I want to do that.
That is the best thing Jesus, God, gave us, put down on this earth. Laser hair removal is not painful. It's not that expensive. You don't have to worry about nothing. You don't have to like, it's gone. Like it does grow back, but very thin, and it takes like months. I go like once, maybe like twice a year now.
Yeah, I'm going to invest in that. JONNAE, it's your turn. What's the worst about sex for you?
So for me, the worst thing about sex is, I want to say, jiggly penis. Like when you know you go on soft, like let's just cut it off. Like you trying to force that, like it's just like now I feel like you're mad because you're soft. I'm like, we could have just been done. Like it's not, it feel like a soft rape, low key. It's like this.
Oh my God.
I don't like it. It feels like a Jello pudding pop. Just I don't like it. It feels like nigga at this point, that's scissor. Like this is just too. I hate jiggly when they just.
Oh no! It's like a gummy bear, a gummy worm.
Yeah,
this is like during sex,
right?
That's never happened to y'all before.
It happened to the older men.
Yeah, I feel like maybe in an older where they struggle to get it up.
Yeah,
I've dated, you know, niggas on antidepressants, and that sex, you know. So it's like, yeah, you got a beautiful heart, but this jiggly peen is like, I'm gonna have to cheat on you, you know, at this point.
How long? What's the longest that you've stayed with a jiggly peen?
Well, if I say it, people gonna know who it is. So.
Oh, I already know that.
Well, we know now. Oh my God.
Oh my God. This is the dirt I wanted. Oh my It's just crazy because when they do have the jiggly peen, it's like you said, they don't just quit. Like, okay, let's, you know, take a break, time out, flag on the play. They just want to keep going. And at this point, you're dry, right?
Yeah, it's like you just like rolling your eyes at this point. Now I got to think about somebody else. Like it's not even where I want to be.
You know what doesn't get jiggly?
What?
Dildos.
Oh.
Dildos. Would y'all ever? And this is so for someone that had, okay, I thought that it would be a great creation.
Let's hear it.
If men could they could have strap-ons, but they could insert their penis into it so that they can still feel the vagina. But the women that, you know, maybe needs a non-jiggly penis or needs a couple of extra inches can be satisfied.
They will never go for that.
Girl, one of my friends was making a joke about the fact that her dude did not want her to use like a bullet or like a like a, what do you call it? A bullet or what's
magic wand?
Yeah, just like any type of vibrator that she wanted to use, or he didn't want her to use any of that like while they were having sex. And just in case, you know, maybe she finished or she didn't finish or whatever. And I was like, well, what's the big deal? Like the whole goal is for you to be satisfied. So if it didn't happen with him, like he should still be a part of like a factor to like keep you engaged. So girl, not happening.
Yeah, that's a blow to the ego.
Like, not if you don't. Yeah, I mean, if you know, it's like kind of like prostheses for your penis. Prostheses. You know, so that you can.
How does that conversation go? Like, hey, you know, you're a really good, nice guy. I like you. This thing is going good, but the 6 inches you're working with is just not. I got you something. Like, how does that conversation happen?
I think that, well, they're probably gonna have to get fitted for it. So it's like, hey babe, you cook a nice dinner, you having your cute little outfit, and you're like, oh babe, I love you so much. I just really wanted to get something special for us so that we can something for us to just enjoy each other more in the bedroom. And then you pull out the brochure and you give it to him and be like, yeah, and I got you a
Two extra
fitting
inches.
appointment.
Let me show you something. Keep talking.
Yeah,
Wait,
I bought you two. Like, people are buying land, they're buying houses. Like, I bought you some inches, baby.
Oh my god!
Like,
imagine the reverse of that though. Like, those like sex dolls. Imagine if the guy pulls a sex doll out in the middle
That's not
of
the same
crazy
thing.
to me.
What is that?
So
A butt plug?
No, they can put this on their penis.
It looks
Similar
like it
to what
hurts.
you're talking about. No,
what is that?
they can put it on their penis and, like, you know what I mean?
And what are those ridges?
That's for to hold. It's like a penis gate.
Yeah, but what's the thing on the outside that's going inside of you on the little head?
The side note, I think my partner is too big. It's already broke.
Listen, some men will want to have it. Like, it's not even gonna be like it really.
Yeah.
I promise you, it's not even gonna be like an ass thing. It's gonna be like, you know what though is weird when someone has like a really small penis and someone is loudly making fun of people with small penises. Like, how do y'all feel? Like, you feel bad for them? Like,
I don't think I've ever been in that around anybody. Like, my ex, I've had a couple exes that had really small penises, but I was never around when somebody was joking about it. But
I feel bad. I'm an empath.
I got D cup. I know what I'm working with. You know what I mean? Like, you can't.
They know.
You know it.
They know.
I feel like they just overcompensate in other areas, like with oral or whatever.
And kindness.
Supposed to have the best head, like, because you got to.
Exactly.
Ain't nothing wrong. Ain't nothing worse than someone that sucks in sex and is also an asshole. Like, what are you even here for? And you better not be broke.
That's just like, what are you?
Oh gosh.
This is fun.
All right, this has been so much fun, so informational. I gotta say, you ladies have been incredible. We want to thank our guests one more time. You all have been watching Sex Ed on All Deaf Women. Be sure to like, subscribe, share, and comment your worst sexual experience, the worst thing about sex, all of that juiciness. Comment it right now. We'll be watching. We'll be looking.